You guys, I met my tech crush. And it's a big deal, and that is why I'm shooting this video. If you're wondering who it is, I'm wearing a turtleneck, so you can already guess who it is. Yes, it's Oluwafisi Ayomi Fosudo. Yes, it's Fisayo. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I met Fisayo, what I was doing when I met Fisayo, how I didn't just generally farms, even though it is farming, right? And what I've loved about Fisayo in the over 5 years I've known him, his contents that make me really happy. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you how to behave when you see your crush. So it doesn't look like general farming, even though it's farming, but it's premium farming. So yeah, sometimes in October, there was this event moonshot by Tech Cabal, which was a great event. It was a whole lot, but it was a great event, having to bring different kind of people together, learn from them, and meet people, right? So there was this part where a round table where the Minister of Communications, Dr. Bosun Tijani, was to come and speak. And I just wanted to go. I wanted to hear his intentions for the country, what it's doing, what it's working on. So I just went. I had no expectations as to if I was going to meet anybody there, right? So I just went and I sat down. So I sat down, and by the time I entered, the minister was already seated, and I found a seat and I sat down. And just as I sat down, you people, I just saw someone pass by me to sit on the I think the fourth seat from me. I'm like, whoa. First, it was a big deal because we're in the same room wanting to listen to the minister. I'm like, so I'm also making quality decisions, right? And it was Fisayo. First of all, I was expecting that Fisayo would wear a smartwatch, the Ray-Ban, and it was just is like regular glasses and a regular watch. And I'm like, backstory, right? Fisayo is someone that I have just always liked. Now, his simplicity is awesome. And that particular day, I saw how down to earth Fisayo is and how humble he really is. And I'm not just throwing words around, I mean it like sincerely. Hence the reason why I'm shooting this video, because it's actually a big deal to have met him, to have seen him, and to have spoken to him. I'm not going to lie, right? It was distracting for like the first few minutes because I was like, we're in the same room, we're listening to the same person. And I'm like, how am I going to talk to him? Now, Fisayo is someone that has evolved through the years from being a designer to when he started doing like he still does, right, gadget reviews. That was how I even knew him. YouTube videos on these gadgets. Many times the gadget that I probably could not afford at the time, right? I'm like, this guy is so simple. He breaks it down, very intelligent, and I'm like, this is nice, right? And then he started doing interviews, and then Fisayo started Finance Friday. Oh my God. I mean, for the most part, many of my content was because I was listening to what Fisayo was saying and also taking it down to my audience. There was a time when I wrote an entire letter about what he said. Of course, I sent a letter to him to show him what I wrote about what he said to my own audience, and he actually replied. And Fisayo is down to earth, right? So over the years, he has transitioned. I mean, Fisayo is doing very big things. He has literally moved from being a designer, tech reviewer to being a lead voice in the tech space in Africa, and he's one of the biggest. I mean, if you watch Fisayo's video, people that he has met and his current tour in NASA and all the things that he's doing, you know that this is someone that has, been consistent, focused, and I'm not sure it must have been easy, right? But he has kept it going. So this video is really just to appreciate Fisayo on how he brings information to Nigerians in the most simple way and how we can relate, and how he always shares everything that he knows and how he does that in the most awesome way possible. So thank you, Fisayo. We love it here with you. Now, what did I do when I saw Fisayo? Um, I didn't want to just at the end of it say, can I take a picture with you? It sounds very random. I didn't want to do that, right? So I'm like, I have to be very strategic about it. And I knew that I had to do it before the end because I knew that a number of people in that place would also want to meet him. So what happened? They were like, oh, does anybody have any question for the minister? And Fisayo raised his hand like so confidently. And I'm like, whoosh. All right. I'm like, okay, Virtuous, this is it. So Fisayo asked this question, and while he was asking this question, I took a recording of his question and the minister answering. And why did I do that? Fisayo is someone that documents every impactful journey that he goes through. So I do not see anybody recording him other than the general pictures and videos of the organizers of the event. So I thought, oh, it might be nice for me to send this to Fisayo to see, for him to see rather. So I took a video of that section of him asking the minister the question and the minister answering. And he asked a question about cybersecurity. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, all right. So I ended the video and I just sat down. Then I composed a note. I don't know if I can still find the note. I'll probably impute it. But I was telling you, I made a video of you asking the minister your question. If you want the video, I can send it to you after the event. And I also would love to have a picture with you after. And I started shaking, like, how will I send it to him? How will I give it to him? I just said, you know what, this is your chance. So when other people were asking questions and it was a bit, I didn't want to also distract him. I just, passed my phone and it was looking like, Talile, who is this one? So I gave him the phone. And as he was reading it from my phone, he was smiling. I'm like, oh my God. And then he just nodded his head. So after, there were like three seats in between us. Someone left. I'm like, should I swap my seat to that side? I'm like, no, let's just compose. Then up until when there was nobody in between us and there were two or three seats in between us, I'm like, almost rounding the session. Oh. See, if I was pressed, I held the urine. When I could not hold it again, I ran and I came back. I said, this is my chance. So when it was almost the end, then he looked at me and then I'm like, oh, he was like, oh, how can you send? I'm like, I can airdrop it to you. I can airdrop it to you. So I dropped it to him. And then I'm like, Ofisayo, I spoke to you on Twitter one time. He was like, oh, am I following you? I'm like, you're not following me. Oh. So network was like pretty bad. I just send me a message. I'll follow you after and all. And then we took pictures and videos, not just the rushing, oh, self, no. We sat down comfortably and I'm like, and he was smiling and making videos. It's a big deal. So don't even tell me that, it's a big deal. It is a very big deal. Thank you. And just when I was rounding up with my session with him, of course, I told him I liked everything I did. And people started coming and saying, "No, if you say," I'm like, "Oh God, I was the first person." I was the first person here, and I'm done. I just left. I didn't even have to queue and all of. So some of us had that premium section, and I'm grateful for Moonshot by Tech About for me to have met Fisayo in person, and also Fisai himself. I sent him a long message on Twitter. It was nice meeting you and everything. I'm like, I'd rather you follow me on Instagram, where I'm also creating videos on tech and finance. And I am also a cybersecurity enthusiast. I should have squeezed all the farms in between, and then he gave me a follow. It was really nice to meet him. I mean, there were many people that I saw at Moonshot, many celebrities in that sense. Well, I'm not, I could have said, oh, I want a picture, but for me, it's not really about getting a picture with somebody. Anybody can get a picture with anybody that they jam on the road, right? But this was someone I could totally relate with because it's someone that I enjoy, consume, and totally love his content. I love his content. I love how down to earth Fisayo is. I love how he breaks things very simple. Of course, the next day, there was a session where I was talking about content creation, and that was also like another insightful. When I entered the hall, I'm like, you guys, I met, of course, to myself and my friends, I met Fisayo yesterday. We took pictures and all, I'm bigger than all of you. I wonder what does that work with you now do, right? So this is a video just to say, Fisayo, it was nice to meet you. I love what you do, and I'm also one of the people that do or aspire to do what you do, right? So thank you, and I hope people learned how to be when you see your crush. First, don't just rush and say you want to take a picture. Try and find to do something valuable for them so that they would also want to hear you out or listen to you, not just a regular take a picture and go. What did you learn in this video? Please let me know. And also, if you don't follow Fisayo, that would be strange. Please follow Fisayo. Please watch his content. Watch Finance Friday. Watch what he's doing. His store at America just recently. Watch everything that he's doing, and you surely would totally love. So thank you, Fisayo. I'm grateful, and you people, please subscribe to this channel. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.